eye, it just felt like here's the complete art. Yeah, exactly. So the crop circles were the one part of it where you didn't have to rely on somebody's witness testimony. It was just like, here's the evidence. What else could have made these circles?
Used to be gentrified neighborhood.
But you look at some of the circles and you can see why people were convinced.
There's the nice man downstairs with the beard. He's still there though. He just like in the slippers sits with his door open with no shirt on. Watching TV, just like facing the door. And I'll be like with my dog and just like, oh yeah, okay, hey,
for anyone who hasn't seen
take a shit. Okay, I have this. The fucking audio on this is even fucking working.
They are impressive in many cases. They begin popping up in the 1970s, mostly in the UK, and they had these increasingly elaborate patterns. You know, they start off kind of simple, and they just got more and more elaborate to the point where it becomes
how there used to be actually good TV ones
all the time. So look at it and think of just a few human hoaxsters running around in the night. Now, to be perfectly clear, we should explain the exact physical reality of what a crop circle is. Generally, it's in a field, often like a cereal, you know, like a grain, like wheat field or something like that, where there would be tall stalks of something, of plants, and that they get flattened in a pattern that's usually circular in nature and often increasingly complex as the years go on. Yeah, I have to also throw in, even though I don't recall if you had crop circles showing up in cornfields. I think maybe, maybe so. But I feel like there's also the fact that you had Children of the Corn and its infinite sequels popping up around the same time. So there was this idea in, especially like,
it's like they're bored of themselves almost. They're so fucking like, I don't know if it's like sarcasm or satire, or they're just that brain dead. Like,
it showed up in the X-Files a lot.
It's fucking terrible. Okay.
X-Files episodes where they stumble onto a big scary farm and something's happening there. There's a farm where they had the bees.
All anybody cares about is the JFK episode of the X-Files. Just like.
He Who Walks Between the Rows, I think, was the Lovecraftian entity in the original Children of the Corn.
This is so painful to listen to.
At times, geometric patterns that are just carefully lined up out there in the middle of a field. Now, I think the obvious implication, if you haven't delved into this literature, is that like spaceships are landing. Yeah. And for some reason, they always land where there is tall vegetation near civilization to be photographed. And another thing is that crop circles often don't look all that impressive if you're standing on the ground, but if you take a picture from up above.
Who's that fucking? Who's our fucking mayor? Valerie LaPlante.
Lands and it makes these patterns. Yeah, I just have like the cookie cutter pattern of the ship. But then there were other explanations as well. Well, it's maybe not the ship just landing, but it's some sort of alien communication, or it's some sort of mystic Earth energy, such as orgone energy. Oh boy. Or everything else under the sun, including Bigfoot. A whole organ. Yeah, what, Bigfoot? He just occasionally morphs to have a big circular foot.
Fucking, this is top news. Like, really, honestly, like, everything going on in the world, and
this complex geometric pattern.
That's what CJAD is talking about. Or they're talking about the weather or the traffic.
Whole publications popping up.
It's great. There's a fucking curfew and they're talking about traffic. Fucking awesome. And there actually is, because I was out in it.
Now, as Carl Sagan points out in The Demon Haunted World, he spends a little time talking about crop circles. He says at least some scientifically minded
folks, I'm just gonna fucking want to watch scary movies so bad now.
Did present some theories that were still a little fringy, but at least based more in observable reality. Yeah. There were theories that there was some sort of strange whirlwind, like a columnar vortex or a rain vortex.
Fucking Valerie LaPlante.
There are also those that said, okay, it's got to be ball of lightning.
So definitely not here.
I mean, obviously, I don't think crop circles are caused by aliens, but I think a lot of these other explanations are also maybe not as unlikely as aliens, but pretty unlikely.
Right. There were definitely farmers that were probably playing jokes and trying to get on the news.
And they sometimes seem to have been created in like mere
times they even admitted it, and people were like, "No." It definitely was like, "What? No." It was us. We were the ones who did it. It's hilarious, but they're real.
Increasingly unlikely that humans had anything to do with this at all. I mean, I've already alluded to my theory, which I think is pretty much the common theory that people would have, is that these things are made by people who are creating them on purpose as hoaxes or art or whatever. I've never seen any crop circle as impressive and even beautiful as some of them are that doesn't look like something that could have been created by some people with a plan and some rope and a board. Exactly. Now, I'll come back to Bigfoot at the very end of this episode, but no, indeed.
I don't understand.
Every crop circle that has ever been reported is entirely consistent with human activity, with human causation, and human hoax making. There's not a single crop circle that has ever been observed where experts have weighed in and said, yep, there's no way humans could have done that. You know, in every case, humans could have done it, and humans did do it. As delightful and fun as most of the friends.
So then why are we talking about this? Why did we talk about it for like this whole time?
In particular, two human hoaxers who
because I literally have to ask this.
Doug Bauer and Dave Chorley announced that they had been making crop circles for 15 years.
Yeah, I believe it. I very much believe that.
Residents in the UK.
Because it was funny at the time. And now you have like this. It's not funny at all. The fucking email, a fucking like my parliament. Like, what the fuck? How do I find them?
Push down whatever the cereal.
He's apparently the only one not on here, unless Lachine's named something different that I don't know.
And it became progressively better at it as time went on.
Fucking
more
assholes. Because they don't consider fucking Dorval fucking...
Their works, their exploits, they followed the literature as well. And
really awesome. I love
by
this.
Intentionally throwing off interpretation. Like somebody might be commenting on, oh, well, there's this clockwise pattern, and then so the next one they would do a counterclockwise pattern. Just to mess with them. Like they really got into the spirit of the thing. And then you have copycat crop circles popping up in the UK and beyond the UK. It begins to take on a life.
Oh my god. And twins. I love parties that never end. Dogs and love cats and twins.
It was satisfying to do so. They were having. There was also some difficulties in dealing with copycat.
Brenda, Cindy, it's been so long,
right.
too long.
They apparently started trying to incorporate like a BD because they were, Doug and Dave, making sure that they kind of signed their work. And this was, of course, interpreted by some of the quote unquote experts.
Quebec Party Vice Chair.
Yeah.
Public Finance Committee official. What? Opposition critic of. For employment?
Less elaborate crop circles continued, of course, and as Sagan pointed out in the demon-haunted world, quote, as always, the confession of the hoax is greatly overshadowed by the sustained...
Okay, you guys are just the best.
In cereal grains and their alleged UFO connection, but draw a blank when the names of Bauer and Chorley or the very idea that the whole business
so fucking like it just fucking hurts listening to fucking how useless you guys are and tired of your listening to yourselves, honestly. Like,
unfortunately, as interesting as the
it would be really fun to come to work and just like
the fact that like the more shocking or more
babble bullshit fucking every day.
Probably the more suspicious you should be of it, right? Because that, there's a natural selection effect on what kinds of stories get picked up and repeated and shared on media and on the internet these days and all that. They just kind of naturally, things that are very attention catching bubble to the surface, and they have a better shot at getting that kind of reach as a story than something that is maybe more likely to be true but less attention grabbing. And this is true of like scientific studies.
News is supposed to be boring.
To later get
that's a good thing.
Are the ones that are like, wow, that's a really weird result, and then
that's why Stephen Harper he seems such like a boring guy, because he shut the fuck up. Fucking Trudeau has to fucking stop, like the fucking playground.
Yeah, and then somebody else has to say,
please,
this was retracted later on, or this was disproven. Well, then you always got to worry if by bringing up the story
like
again,
Florida isn't like fucking what's going on.
The original
that's a problem.
If you make clear that it's not true, yeah, I mean, I'm engaging with the post, right, and that's probably it's probably being rewarded in the almighty algorithm, anyway. And the illusory truth effect, which we did a couple of episodes about. If people have been exposed to an idea, even in the context of it being explained as being untrue, they're more likely to believe it later. Right. And if you really invested in the idea of crop circles being, the communications from essentially the gods, right, then you probably have some spin on it, right? Well, these two guys came forward and they claimed responsibility for some of them, or maybe.
Oh, it's probably you. Oh, sorry. No, we're good. People will just go to the next street. Yeah. Boopity boopity. Boppity boopity. Ice possible. Fuck. God damn. Even my car fucking is just a fucking nuisance. Just fucking repeat stuff. Repeat stuff. Repeat stuff. Right. Ow. Okay. Fuck. Ow. Fuck. Ow. Yeah. Let me shit back on. Let's see what's going on in there. Oh. Yeah, pretty sure. Good. No problem. Hey, my spot's still there, so good. Giddy. Which I'm not doing right now. I cannot barely right now.